Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. Financial consultant Helmi Hakim here from Takaful.sg. How are you doing today? Alhamdulillah, I have reached today 15 of my Facebook live video series. In today's session, right, what I want to share with you, I want to share with you two things that you can make you successful. Two things that you can make successful. I'm reading this book lah. Can you see here? The title of the book is Outliers lah, by Malcolm Gladwell. I have tons of books lah, but this is one of the first few books that I read like many years ago lah. I don't like to read books, and that I make an admission here lah. Previously, I don't like to read books, and when I buy a book, right, when I bought a book, and the book must be really super duper awesome lah. And this is one of the first few books that I bought, and the title of the book is Outliers. How many of you here have read this book before? Okay, so for those of you who just tuned in, right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. This is financial consultant Helmi Hakim here from Takaful.sg. I specialize in helping Muslim families plan their finance the Shariah compliant way in Singapore so that we can live peacefully on this earth and in the akhirah. Amin, inshallah. And today is day 14. Today is day 14 or 15, of my 44 days Facebook live challenge lah. And today what I want to share with you, right, today is day 15 lah. And today is day 15 of my Facebook live video sharing of my 44 days video challenge. And today what I want to share with you are two things that I learned from this book, The Outliers. Outliers is basically those people who are special, and they are extraordinary. So what I want to share with you, I just want to share with you two things that I learned from the book itself. And the first thing first what I learned, right? What I learned is that I'm always curious and how these people become super ultra successful. And the first thing first that what I learned, right? I learned about this. I learned about the rule of 10,000 hours. 10,000 hour rule. And the key to success, right, is that you need to practice you need to practice. And we always hear this, that what you say, that practice makes perfect, or practice makes permanent. You have to be successful in doing anything, and you have to practice. But this book, they have one additional step or one additional dimension, and they just don't talk about practice, and they talk about this 10,000 hours rule. In order for you to achieve success, I just put here success, you need to practice. And you need to practice 20 hours per week for 10 years. And in total, you get 10,000 hours. And for me, I truly believe in this because sometimes I always see others, like if they are on a podium and giving a speech, and so sometimes I just sit down there as an audience, and I keep looking at this guy. Wow, he's so smart, he's able to articulate his thoughts and engage the audience. How is he able to do so? Or sometimes I see others, maybe in other fields, I see like, wow, how come this guy is so smart? He seems to know a lot of things. And so this book today, they share about this thing called the 10,000 hours. And you can be an expert in anything, and you can be someone good in anything if you put in the hours. There is no shortcut. In fact, I always remember this quote: every master was once a disaster. Come on, you need to start somewhere. You need to start somewhere. You cannot you are just born in this world and then you are good at something. You have to start somewhere, and putting in the efforts is paramount for you to success. And so the quote here: there is no shortcut to mastery. And there's no shortcut to mastery. You need to put in the hours. And for those of you who just tuned in, right, this is Helmi Hakim here, financial consultant from Takaful.sg. Today I'm doing my 15th day of my 44 days Facebook live video series. I am happy for myself because why? Because Alhamdulillah, I have reached to 15 days. I've been challenged by my mentor to do 44 days of Facebook live video series. Now talking about 44 days, right? Now I can relate with this 10,000 hours also. And because why? Because at first, right, when my mentor asked us, all of us, to do this 44 days Facebook live video challenge, right, we were thinking, hey, why 44 days? Why not 30 days? Why not 20 days? Why not 5 days? And basically what I feel here right now is that he wants us to practice communicating in front of a camera. Okay, so practice makes perfect. And this book Outliers mentioned what? When you practice, right, you need to have enough practice. How many hours? 10,000 hours. Okay, so every master was once a disaster. So you need to begin with the first step. Okay, and the first step, right, is to practice 10,000 hours. Okay, and then the second thing, right, that I learned from this book, I bought this book I think about 10 years ago. This is one of the first few books that I bought, right, many years ago. And the second thing that I learned from this book, right, is this one. Okay, let me just switch back here. The second thing that I learned is this: upbringing leads to opportunity. Upbringing leads to opportunity. So how do they mean by that? How does Malcolm Gladwell mean by that? And he talked about our upbringing, right, will influence and shape us whether we are going to be successful or not successful in the future. And he mentioned about this thing called involved parents and non-involved parents. There's involved parents and non-involved parents. And I'll just change here back. Okay, so I just put the involved parents. So example here, I put the involved parents versus not involved parents. So what do they mean by involved parents? Involved parents, as some examples, you involve yourself with your child. Okay, you help them, help your child with their homework. You talk to your kids and you get them involved. Or maybe you bring them to museums. And there are many things especially in this COVID-19 circuit breaker lockdown, right? Most of us, we are with our children at home, and so this give us the opportunity for us to interact with our children and to interact with our kids. Because why? Because in this book Outliers, right, and Malcolm Gladwell mentioned that one can be successful or non-successful, and one of the crucial factors that determine one can be successful or not successful is their parents. And the parents, are they involved with the development of their children? Are they involved or they are not involved? Involved parents and non-involved parents are different in terms of the development of their children. Okay, so for involved parents, right, you help them with their homework, and you talk to your kids, you get them involved, you bring them to museums. But not involved parents, don't do all this. So to me, this is important This is important because why? Because we want our children, right, to be someone successful in the future, and we want our children, right, to be of value to the society in the future. And so other than us developing ourselves, to put the 10,000 hours for us to develop ourselves to a better level. We want our children to be also in the same position, and what we need to do is that we need to make proactive action and for us to be involved parents, just like helping them with their homework, some examples, or just like I mean, this circuit breaker, right? You can create a lot of activities with your children. And so like what happened here is that my wife bought some Lego sets. So me, my wife, and my kid can start to assemble all this Lego set. For me, sometimes I'm quite busy lah, right? Even in this circuit breaker, I'm quite busy. But the thing here is that I also need to spend time with my daughter. And so what happened here is that me and my wife want to be involved parents. Because why? Because we want to see our child, our daughter, to grow up, to be someone successful, someone that is beneficial to the society. For those of you who just tuned in, right, this is Helmi Hakim here from Takaful.sg. I'm sharing with you, this is my 15th day out of my 44 days Facebook live video challenge. I'm sharing with you this book, The Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. This is a super duper awesome book. There are many pages here, but I'm just doing a summary for you. Basically two things that I've touched on. And the first thing first, what I touched on is that you need to put your 10,000 hours. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes permanent. Even like for myself, I do practice a lot. You want to know not how I practice as an Islamic financial practitioner. And when I first joined the industry, right, many years ago, in the year 2007, right? Yes, I have the knowledge in terms of finance. Because why? Because I had diploma in accountancy from Polytechnic. I have the knowledge lah. I have the knowledge in terms of finance. You give me trading profit and loss statement. Kak Zara Kasim, good afternoon to you. Yes, early today. Yes, because why? And because my wife brought my daughter for a walk outside for a while lah. So that's why now I'm alone in my house. So when you're alone, it's better, easier lah, for me to do this Facebook live sharing rather than having my family now at home. A bit challenging lah, because you know what? Because suddenly you can have my daughter say, Daddy, I want to do this. Daddy, I want to do that. So that's why now a bit quiet, right? So that's why I'm doing the Facebook live sharing right now. Okay. So back to what I mentioned here again, right? Just now I mentioned about what? About practice lah. Practice. So for me as an Islamic financial planner, how do I practice? I'll just share with you. I seldom share all these secrets with publicly lah, especially with any one of you out there. But I'm sharing with you how I developed myself to be an Islamic financial planner. So I joined the industry in the year 2007. I joined the industry, and I'm quite competent enough to interpret financial statement, all that, alhamdulillah, because I have my diploma in accountancy from Polytechnic. But the thing here, right, if you were to ask me at that point of time to share more about Islamic finance, I will tell you zero. This is okay, this is zero. Zero knowledge, and I was quite intimidated. I mean, if someone were to ask me to explain concepts like mudarabah, murabaha, ijara wa iktina, ijara muntahiyah bitablik. And because the thing is that sometimes when people come and meet me, right, they ask me about all these terminologies, and I will get stunned, like, what is that? And I get afraid. Okay, so but what happened here is that I slowly upgrade myself. I took my degree and I took an Islamic finance, banking finance module, and alhamdulillah my Professor Asam taught us well. Okay, but again, even with those knowledge that I learned during my degree itself, right, I feel a bit scared, a bit intimidated, because Islamic finance, right, is a very vast topic. It's something very deep. It's not something very superficial. You have to go in deep. So what I do here is that I practice the 10,000 hours. I practice the 10,000 hours. And how do I practice the 10,000 hours? I can share with you. So if you see here at 10,000 hours, you say what? Practice 20 hours per week. So 1 week got how many days? 1 week got about 5 days lah. I mean 7 days lah. 7 days 1 week. But I don't work every day. I work for 5 days. So 5 days. So per day 4 hours. Per day 4 hours. 4 hours. So if I have 2 appointments, 1 appointment 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. That's where every day, for the past like 10 years, right, what I have been doing, right, I have been explaining, I have been rephrasing, I have been sharing concepts on Islamic finance, how Islamic finance work in Singapore for the past 10 years. Right? So that's why I truly agree with Malcolm Gladwell, right? I truly agree with Malcolm Gladwell, right? That in order for you to be a master, and in order for you to have a mastery, in a certain field, you need to put the number of hours. You cannot just go for like a course. Maybe you pay $5,000 for a course or what, and then you graduate 3 days later from the course, then mashallah, you become a master. No, you have to put the number of hours. And so that what is something I have been doing for the past 10 years already, educating my clients, right? Educating and the people out there, because they want to learn about Islamic finance, and I share my knowledge, and I built up my knowledge years and years and years, right? And of course, along the way I travel to other countries and learn from experts themselves who have made the success in terms of Islamic finance in their country. I take their ideas and I bring it to Singapore, and I apply to Singapore's context, right? So I truly agree about the 10,000 hours by Malcolm Gladwell. And the second thing here, right, I share on the thing called upbringing leads to opportunity. Involve parents and not involve parents. And this is important, and because why? Because you can see for especially for those people who are successful. I mean, this is something that I from an Islamic finance perspective, and this is something that I observe for all my clients, and for those people, right, that have good money values, and meaning they're financially okay, they have their emergency funds, 3 to 6 months emergency funds intact, and then they are always on lookout for opportunities, and for them to grow their money, and for them to have multiple streams of passive income, and the Shariah compliant with. One thing I realized, especially if they're in their 20s and they start early, one thing I realized, right, is what, is their parents also, and their parents also doing the same thing, and their parents are also heavily involved with investments, perhaps in stocks, or if not, if they don't involve in stocks, they have cultivated a culture of saving money since young, and they have told their children, when you get salary, the first thing first what you need to do is that you need to save first. Maybe when their kids were young, they have told their children, you get your Hari Raya packet money, right? Now of course fasting month, right? But when Hari Raya you get your packet money, the first thing first what you need to do is that you need to save your money first. Get a tabung and put inside the tabung. This type of, what you call that, there's a Malay proverb that says melentur bulu biarlah dari rebungnya. And these are things that I feel strongly that our community need to be involved in. And because I have done my observation, and those kids, right, or those I would say those in their 20s, who have started saving up money, or who have started investing their money, or who have started to make money, what happened here is that the reason why they are able to start early is because their parents were involved with them since they were young. And so there's a difference here between involved parents and non-involved parents, right? And now the circuit breaker, right, present us with an opportunity to be as involved as possible with our children. Share with them, talk to them, communicate with them, have a heart-to-heart talk with them. And if they are still very, very young, start to teach them good values, impart good values. Because why? Because now is the opportunity. 1 month with our family, cannot go anywhere else other than other than in our home right now. Now is the opportunity for us to interact with them and to share with them whatever positive value that we want to impart. And for me personally, right, this is where I impart knowledge to my children, to my kids. Okay, so for those of you who just tuned in, right, this is Islamic financial consultant Helmi Hakim here from Takaful.sg. I've just shared with you 2 things that I learned from this book, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. And if you find that whatever I share with you is beneficial, do please help to like, comment and share this video. Share this video with as many people as possible. Because why? Because mashallah, if they learn, right, the techniques that I share in this video, I just share 2 only. I share first thing first. I share what? I share 10,000 hours rule. Then the second thing I share is what? I share about involved parents versus not involved parents. And this, they just apply these small little tips I share, and this is not just going to change their life, not just change their family, but to change generations to come. And in this way, right, you are helping the community in one way or another. Okay, so that's all my sharing for today. This is my 15th day of my 44 days Facebook Live video challenge. This is Helmi Hakim here from Takaful.sg. Take care, stay at home, stay safe. Assalamualaikum. Bye bye.